Hey everyone. Welcome to Secrets Behind the Stars. Settle in, because what you're about to hear has the entire fandom whispering. All the twists, every angle, right here. And before we dive into the heart of it, remember to subscribe and share. Your support keeps the spotlight burning. Tonight's storm centers on the beloved pair Baktaş and Yağmur Yüksel, a duo that's been drawing attention both on screen and off. The buzz began when multiple accounts started circulating the same unsettling narrative, a harsh warning, said to have come from inside Barış's family circle, aimed straight at the relationship. According to people who claim to be close to the situation, and countless social media threads echoing them, the message sent to Yağmur was not subtle. It allegedly laid down a cold, unambiguous ultimatum: 7 days to end things. That's right, 1 week to walk away from Barış. If this sounds intense, that's because it is. Barış and Yağmur's bond has looked steady for quite some time. Friends describe late-night conversations, quiet dinners far from the paparazzi, and mutual support when the cameras aren't rolling. But family dynamics have a gravity of their own, and whispers say that pressure started building behind the scenes, particularly from Barış's mother, who reportedly believes Yağmur isn't the right fit for a long-term future with her son. What happened when the message reached Yağmur? Those who know her describe the moment as a jolt, an unexpected slap of reality while she was focused on work commitments and carefully curated privacy. Shocked but composed, she supposedly confided in her closest circle and asked for calm heads. One friend said she kept her voice level, even as the weight of the words sank in, insisting that an impulsive reaction would only make things worse. She didn't clap back online. She didn't post a cryptic caption. Instead, she stayed quiet. And Barış? He hasn't addressed the chatter at all. If there's one thing he's been consistent about, it's guarding his family life. Insiders note that he views family matters as off-limits to public debate, and that stance seems to be holding firm. Neither he nor Yağmur has put out an official statement confirming, or denying, what's being said about the ultimatum. The closest thing to a response has been silence, and silence is being read every which way. Even so, entertainment pages and talk shows didn't hesitate to analyze the possible fallout. They've framed the situation as a classic collision between love and familial expectations, one that could shake even a seasoned couple. The speculation isn't baseless. If the alleged message is real, and if the call for a breakup within a week truly landed in Yağmur's inbox, that would rattle anyone. Especially when the room you're standing in is lit by a million public eyes. Relationship experts have already weighed in. Therapists familiar with celebrity dynamics emphasize that family pressure can introduce anxiety, uncertainty, and even feelings of guilt into a relationship, particularly when one partner is caught between loyalty to a parent and loyalty to the person they love. A psychologist we reached out to explained that when families express disapproval, couples often face a make-or-break period defined by communication, boundaries, and resilience. According to those same voices, the best path through is mutual support and a shared strategy, two people standing side by side, facing outward toward the noise. From what we're hearing, that's exactly what some of Yağmur's confidants suggested she aim for. In private, she's said to have admitted that the ultimatum made her uncertain about next steps. She reportedly told those closest to her that she needed to stay centered, to breathe, and to think carefully about how to proceed. No sudden moves. No flares thrown into the sky. Just reflection, clarity, and a deep conversation with Barış. Meanwhile, the story erupted across social media like a burst water main. Overnight, fans posted messages of solidarity for Yağmur, praising her grace and resilience, while others criticized the very idea of family interference. A chorus of voices expressed frustration at the notion that the person who might know Barış best, his partner, could be dismissed with a single text. Some users, however, urged caution, reminding everyone that neither Barış nor Yağmur had confirmed a thing. Still, the conversation ballooned into one of the most talked-about topics of the day. In the press, columnists unpacked what this could mean for the future of the couple. Is an ultimatum the kind of thing you can ever forget? Does it plant a seed of distrust that grows with time? Or does a challenge like this unite two people even more tightly? One thing was clear: the public wanted answers. The question on every commentator's lips was simple and urgent: what will Yağmur do, and where will Barış stand? As the momentum grew, friends of the couple began to share careful confirmations of the atmosphere around them. Those close to Yağmur say she retreated from social media for a few days, not out of defeat, but to disconnect from the constant opinions and find her own perspective. In the background, there was measured, quiet action, phone calls, face-to-face talks, and a pointed refusal to become a spectacle. This isn't the first time conversation has swirled around Barış's relationship with his family. Gossip circles have tracked the way his mother is said to keep a watchful eye on the people who stand next to her son, with a protective streak that can feel overwhelming. Sources claim that she values tradition, stability, and a certain image, and that she's not shy about voicing concerns when she senses a mismatch. Whether or not that's fair to the person dating her son is a debate that keeps resurfacing. From the same circle of leaks came a striking claim that Barış's mother has voiced reservations about aspects of Yağmur's career and personality, casting them as incompatible with the future she imagines for her son. If true, it adds a new dimension to the alleged ultimatum. It isn't just about one incident or a misunderstanding, it's about a broader judgment. And broad judgments are the hardest to navigate, because they're not tied to a single fixable disagreement, they're rooted in identity and ambition. With the conversation reaching a fever pitch, a hashtag bearing Yağmur's name reportedly surged across platforms in Turkey, propelled by fans who rallied behind her sense of dignity. Comment sections filled with messages reminding everyone that a person's career isn't a threat to love, and that autonomy and respect go hand in hand. Critics of the alleged interference called it outdated and intrusive, supporters of the family's right to an opinion called for empathy. In short, it was a digital tug-of-war. Gossip commentators, for their part, used the moment to reflect on a familiar pattern in the lives of well-known couples: the way families, fans, and managers can pull at a relationship from different angles until it frays. This, they said, is what happens when your private life becomes a stage. Even the quiet moments echo. Then came another detail from behind the curtain. After stepping back, Yağmur wanted to sit down with Barış and talk everything through directly. No second-hand narratives. No middlemen. She wanted to understand where he stood, what he knew, and how they would proceed. That choice, calm, deliberate, and honest, says a lot about her approach. She wasn't going to run or lash out. She intended to listen and be heard. In the same breath, professionals weighed in again, emphasizing that even perceived threats to someone's private life can inflict emotional harm, particularly when public pressure magnifies the stakes. Counselors reminded their audiences that love under scrutiny needs two things: protection from needless noise and a firm commitment to shared values. If a couple can set those boundaries, the external storm loses some of its force. If not, even a small rift can widen into a canyon. What happens next could define the narrative for months. Will there be a joint statement? A simple photo together, unbothered by the chatter? Or will there be a conspicuous silence that says more than words? Fans are waiting to see how Barış and Yağmur choose to write this chapter. According to private tipsters, Yağmur sought not only comfort from friends but also professional guidance from her representative. The advice she received was, by all accounts, measured and compassionate. Stay cautious, avoid reacting in anger, and prioritize emotional well-being. Above all, keep your center. You don't have to make a permanent decision in the heat of a temporary storm. Meanwhile, conversations about Barış's family dynamic have resurfaced in entertainment columns, again. Observers note that his mother's opinions often ripple into the public sphere, sometimes indirectly, sometimes through posts that seem innocuous until you read between the lines. A person who claims familiarity with the family put it this way: she's determined, protective, and very clear about what she thinks her son deserves. And yes, she pays attention to how Yağmur responds in difficult moments. Online, the reaction hasn't slowed. Posts supporting Yağmur are racking up likes and shares, while critical takes on the alleged interference are sparking heated threads. The topic has become a magnet for engagement, drawing in people who wouldn't normally weigh in on celebrity relationships. Everyone seems to have a point to make about love, loyalty, and the boundaries of family influence. Despite the din, those close to the situation insist that Yağmur is staying composed. She's reportedly not addressing the claims directly on her platforms, choosing instead to sift through her feelings out of the spotlight. To her inner circle, she said something along the lines of this: emotion can be a powerful compass, but today it can't be the driver. Being told to walk away crosses a line. The response needs to be thoughtful, not impulsive. As for Barış, curiosity has turned to impatience in some corners of the internet. People want to know whether he'll step into the conversation and take a clear position. Will he draw a line and shield the relationship, or will he continue to keep family matters sealed off? That decision could speak volumes, both to the public and to the person standing beside him. Experts reiterate what they've said from the start: family pressure, no matter how well-intentioned, can crack open conflicts that would otherwise stay dormant. The remedy, they say, is communication, the kind that's vulnerable, honest, and unafraid of discomfort. The kind that sits down at a table and refuses to get up until the air is clear. Given all of this, it's safe to assume that whatever Barış and Yağmur say, or don't say, in the days ahead will keep the conversation going. This isn't just another rumor cycle, it's a referendum on how two people navigate competing loyalties. Fans are invested not only in the outcome, but in the way the story is told. There's one more piece worth noting. Word has it the strain didn't begin with the alleged message. It merely magnified what had recently been building: late nights, missed calls, the subtle friction of two busy lives trying to stay in sync. After the ultimatum buzz, Yağmur reportedly stepped away from her accounts for a stretch, not as retreat, but as a deliberate pause. She confided to friends that keeping calm was crucial, because letting anger steer could send everything veering off course. So here we are, at a crossroads where no one outside their inner circle can see the signs. Maybe they'll emerge stronger, having chosen each other over the noise. Maybe they'll decide that love requires more than either can give right now. Either way, the lesson the public keeps circling back to is this: a relationship is not a group project. Two people make it work, not a committee. We'll keep watching with the care this story deserves, mindful that behind the headlines are real hearts trying to figure themselves out. And as always, if any of the speculation transforms into verified fact, you'll hear it here first. Until then, patience, respect, and a reminder that not every whisper is the truth. This was Secrets Behind the Stars. If you found this breakdown thoughtful, hit subscribe, share it with a friend who loves a good deep dive, and stay tuned. The next chapter of Barış Baktaş and Yağmur Yüksel's story could drop at any moment, and when it does, we'll be here to unpack it. Carefully, compassionately, and with the full context it deserves.